Things just got a lot more interesting for the Colorado Avalanche as there are more reports surrounding the Marty Necas contract situation as far as if and when he is going to re-sign with the Colorado Avalanche. And considering this is arguably the biggest storyline in the world of Colorado Avalanche hockey right now, since he is one of the top scorers in the league through 4 games played and is also fitting in perfectly with the system that Colorado has right now, it's worth noting that there are more reports surrounding what is going on with Marty Necas and potentially having him re-sign with Colorado. How's it going, everybody? Welcome into Avalanche Digest. As always, my name is Mark Robinson. Happy and grateful to be here with you, breaking down all things Marty Necas contract talks and just all things Colorado Avalanche hockey. Such a blessing to get to report on a team that I grew up loving as a kid, and I'm grateful to get to be here with you talking about what's going on in the world of Colorado Avalanche hockey. Got a lot of interesting reports to break down today surrounding the Marty Necas contract situation. Before we dive into this topic, just want to remind you guys to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. 73% of our viewers every single day not subscribed to Avalanche Digest. You guys know the drill. If you're an Avs fan, if you're a hockey fan, give us a subscription. Help us grow the channel. Give us a like, give us a comment. Let us know how you're feeling about the Avs through 4 games. And just keep interacting, keep giving us the love, and we will keep pumping out the content. Thank you guys for the support as usual. You know, we are so grateful, and we can't thank you enough for all of the support, whether it's a subscription, a like, a comment, or anything like that. All right, so let's dive into the recent reports on the Marty Necas contract. Marty Necas is taking a patient approach to his contract extension with the Avalanche. The Avs picked up right where they left off last season, opening the new campaign with authority. We broke that down in some of our recent videos, so they are off to a hot start, leading the NHL right now in first place through 4 games. While MacKinnon has been very stellar, forward Marty Necas has matched his production with 8 points through 4 games, giving the Avs a potential 1-2 punch on that first line. It's already being dubbed as one of the best offensive pairings in the league, and everybody's reporting on the fact that last year, Marty Necas had a lot going on. He got thrown into this Avs team after a ridiculous blockbuster trade in which he didn't even want to leave Carolina in the first place. Now that he's settled in with the organization, he's really starting to produce, and we're seeing that on the ice. And it contributes to this conversation today. The 26-year-old, he'll turn 27 during this regular NHL season. He leads Colorado in assists with 5, and he's emerged as a key piece of the offense on that first line, playing on the right of MacKinnon. However, recent reports suggest the Avalanche may be forced to part ways with the Czech forward sooner than expected. I've talked about it already, how I disagree. I don't think this is the case, but there is conversation and speculation around what the timeline is going to look like for seeing Marty Necas re-sign and what that process will look like. With both Necas as well as reigning Norris Trophy winner and star defenseman Cale Makar becoming UFAs in 2027, analysts believe Colorado might sacrifice Necas to secure the cap space needed to retain Makar longer term. With the cap going up, I definitely think there's room to pay both of these guys, especially with both of their contracts expiring in the near future. I think, like I said, Marty Necas is going to be around that $9 to $10 million contract range. I'm not sure what Cale Makar is going to be. It's obviously going to be a big ticket contract for the best defenseman in the league, but I think it's a very feasible reality to pay both of these guys and have both of them on your cap. It just is a matter of who is going to take a discount, what the price is going to be for both of them. You have to keep those types of things in mind, which also contributes to the fact why contract talks and why the overall process with a potential Marty Necas extension is taking longer, and it's probably going to be something that Marty Necas is patient with. And obviously, we know it. We love it. We've been talking about it at Avs Digest. In 4 games, Marty Necas has racked up 8 points. He's got 3 goals, leads the team with 5 assists so far this season in Colorado. He's buzzing. He's so quick on the ice. He has such an offensive zip to him, and it's really showing in the Avs and their hot start, not only in the Central Division, but in the league in general. And then a quote here, I suppose Necas is maybe where the most intrigue might be found, just because, you know, he arrived in Denver last year, a part of the Mikko Rantanen trade. He doesn't have the same length of history with the team, which does not mean that he doesn't want to stay. This article, the source is not saying that at all, but I think that it's notable that it can be a different sort of negotiation. And I think this is a good take here because a lot of people are saying that the Avs are in the exact same scenario as they were with Rantanen last year. I think it's a lot different. He hasn't been with the organization as long. He has a different level of play. He has a different situation with his contract. There's different relationships. The level of the relationships is a lot different. And I think that's very notable when considering this entire contract situation that we've got going on with Marty Necas. He's also very comfortable letting it play out a little bit more. His agent and the Avalanche, they're very certainly kind of setting the table for how talks might go. It doesn't seem like it's as active of a conversation that's happening around him. Hence the idea that he's just taking his time. He's being patient with the process. And I think that that's going to evidently pay off in the long run. And then this is an old tweet. It's obviously before the season even started. We've talked about it on the channel before, but I wanted to bring it back into the conversation because I think it contributes perfectly to what we have going on with the Marty Necas contract. He shut down rumors that he doesn't like playing in Colorado because all throughout the offseason, there was a bunch of speculation that Marty Necas wanted out of Colorado. He didn't want to be here. He wanted to go play with another potentially larger market team. He shut those rumors down, and he even said that he thinks it's a great place to be. Probably one of the best in the NHL for living, and he doesn't know where the rumors come from. And on top of this take right here from DNVR Avalanche, that combined with how awesome of a start he's having, how hot he is so far through 4 games played, or it'll be 5 games played by the time you guys are watching this. I'm recording before the Columbus Blue Jackets game. But by the time that all of this is kind of circulating together, Marty Necas has to be feeling pretty comfortable and pretty confident with where he is in the Avalanche organization. He's one of the best players on the team, no question. I think the top 3 right now are MacKinnon, Makar, and Necas, and he is by no means not contributing to all the success that the Avs are having so far. And of course, everybody knows this. Colorado wants to retain Necas. They want to sign him for a longer-term deal, but the MacKinnon cap hit is the absolute limit for the Avs. They probably won't pay anyone more than MacKinnon is making. It's their MVP superstar, and it's understandable that they wouldn't want to surpass their 2-time Norris Trophy winning defenseman's salary as well in Cale Makar. I don't think either of these guys would have an issue with him being paid more, but I see from a management and a business perspective why you wouldn't be paying your non-MVP and your non-Norris Trophy defenseman winning players more, not as much as you're paying Marty Necas, which puts Necas in the Avalanche at a potential standstill. Is Colorado going to move, follow the rising salary cap, and pay him a salary north of $10 million? Or will the scoring forward have to test the market to find that contract? Through the early portion of the season, Necas' plays put him in position to land a huge payday. The only question is who will be handing him that huge check. Once again, I think it is going to be the Avs. I feel confident that he's going to re-sign with Colorado. I think it's going to happen. It's just a matter of letting the season play out, letting some things develop, and finding that strong number. Like I said, this article here thinks it's going to be north of $10 million. I think it's going to be 9 to 10, right in that range, potentially a little bit north of 10. But when I say that, I mean like not even past 11, like 10.5, 10.75, something like that. It's all obviously very notable and very interesting topics to consider when thinking about what's going to happen with the Marty Necas contract. And I can't hammer this point in enough. You guys know how I feel. I've been telling you in the comments. I've been saying it in the videos. I am on board with getting Marty Necas re-signed. Give him the 9 to 10, maybe even a little bit north of $10 million contract. Get him signed long-term. Let's get the Marty party in Colorado for the foreseeable future. He is a electric guy on the right wing. He's playing unreal hockey right now, and the Avs would really benefit from having that long-term. And it's not just long-term to think about, too. If he signs this year, I think it's going to make him even more excited to fight for a strong seeding in the playoffs and really ramp through the postseason and try to get another Stanley Cup back in the Denver area, which is obviously the ultimate goal in making these big moves and these big contract signings, because you want Stanley Cup caliber players on your roster. So as usual, we'll be keeping you updated with all things in the Marty Necas contract, as well as everything going on in Colorado Avalanche hockey. We'll have a post-game video from the Columbus Blue Jackets game later today, which that'll be over by the time you're watching this. We'll have everything that's going on in the world of Colorado Avalanche hockey covered right here at Avalanche Digest. So make sure that you're subscribed, make sure you're liking our videos, make sure that you're tuned in every single day. Thank you guys so much for the support. We cannot thank you enough. We really appreciate it. Go Avalanche, and I hope you guys have a phenomenal rest of your day. We'll talk to you soon.